Hello, language lovers, and welcome back to Yana's English Academy. Speaking is often the last skill we develop in a new language, and it's not because it's the most difficult, but because it feels the most vulnerable. We're afraid of sounding silly, of being judged, or of not finding the right words quickly enough. The truth is, most of us aren't afraid of mistakes themselves. We're afraid that someone might laugh, correct us too harshly, or think we're not intelligent. And that fear is completely normal because speaking feels tied to our identity and our competence. But there is a way to move past that fear. And today I want to share with you practical, step-by-step strategies that I used myself when I was learning French and German, and that I recommend to my students today. Make sure to watch until the end because I've saved my absolute favorite technique for last. Before we dive into the tips, let me say this. If you are trying to speak English or any new language, you should already be so proud of yourself. You're doing something that most people never even attempt. You're stepping outside of your comfort zone and you're allowing yourself to be a beginner, and that takes real courage. And remember this, people who judge others for their mistakes usually have never tried to learn a language themselves. Anyone who has learned a language will never laugh at you because they know how much effort it takes. If someone does judge you, that says more about them than about you. So how do we actually start speaking? Some say you should speak from day one, while others say absolutely not. In my opinion, yes, you should start speaking early, but not by jumping straight into stressful speaking class. When I was a complete beginner in French and later in German, the first thing I did was say everything out loud. Even the most basic textbook sentences. At the time, of course, it felt a little silly, but it trained my mouth, my ear, and my brain to work together. I was building the foundation for real conversations, even if it didn't feel like it yet. Shadowing, that is repeating after a native speaker, copying their intonation and pronunciation, also helped me get used to how the language sounded. As you grow more confident, surround yourself with English. This is something I still do in my own language learning. For example, when I'm cooking, cleaning, or running errands, I often listen to podcasts in French and German, my second and third languages. I also watch YouTube videos or TV series in those languages. It's a way of staying connected to the language in a natural and low-stress way. And you can do the same with English. Start with a mix of content for learners and content created for native speakers. It may feel fast and confusing at first, but that's exactly how you train your ear for real conversations. Next, start practicing in low-stress situations. Talk to yourself while cooking or cleaning. Narrate what you're doing. Speak to your pets if you have any, or record short audio clips about your day. No one is judging you, and you can make as many mistakes as you like. If you live in a bigger city, try finding a language exchange. I've joined several myself, and they're amazing. Both you and your partner are learners, so you share the same nervousness, and that creates empathy. If you prefer more structure, you can also take one-on-one speaking lessons online. The key is to find what feels comfortable for you. Talking of honing your speaking skills, I've recently launched my Real English with Yana podcast, where I share practical tips and exercises to help you improve your English every week. And if you want to take your learning even further, I've created my Boosty subscriptions. They're designed to give you structured support and practice at every level, from worksheets and transcripts in Tier 1 all the way to personal one-on-one coaching in Tier 4. Let me walk you through what each tier includes. So at Tier 1, you'll get worksheets from the podcast episodes, transcripts to follow along, weekly tips on pronunciation, grammar, and study strategies, and related YouTube videos for extra practice. Tier 1 is perfect if you're just starting out and want steady, simple guidance. At Tier 2, you take part in weekly conversational Zoom sessions called Fluency Club, where you practice real-life English in a fun, supportive environment. Tier 2 is perfect if you want more speaking practice and interaction with others. At Tier 3, you receive access to all of the benefits mentioned before, plus extended worksheets with grammar notes and exercises, paired with mini lessons on tricky topics like articles or past simple versus present perfect. So, Tier 3 is ideal if you want to strengthen grammar and speaking skills with more depth. So finally, Tier 4 is all about personal coaching. You get a monthly one-on-one Zoom session with me, personalized feedback after each session with your strengths, improvements, and a clear action plan, plus 2 bi-weekly Fluency Club sessions for extra practice. And Tier 4 is the right fit for you if you want direct coaching and full support to boost your fluency and confidence. So whether you want light support and steady practice, group conversations, deeper grammar work, or personal coaching, there is a Boosty tier that's right for you. You'll find the link to my Boosty page in the description below if you want to get started today. And now let's talk about my favorite technique, visualization. This is something I recommend to all of my students, and it's backed by neuroscience. Here's how it works. Close your eyes and imagine yourself speaking English confidently. Picture yourself ordering in a cafe, asking for directions at the airport, or chatting with a native speaker. Imagine how proud and excited you will feel in that moment. Your brain actually activates the same neural pathways when you visualize as when you practice in real life. So by rehearsing in your mind, you're already building confidence. I usually do this for 1 or 2 minutes before bed, and I encourage you to try it too. So please remember this. If you speak in English, even at the most basic level, you're already achieving something incredible. Mistakes are not a sign of failure. They are proof that you're learning and growing. Be proud of yourself and keep going. If you found these tips helpful, leave a like, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to Jana's English Academy for more lessons. See you in the next video.